Hey, so welcome back. So for this video, we're going to go ahead and create the shield right here. It is a pretty complex design. It will take some time to make this. So pay close attention and let's get it done. So before we begin, just notice that we do have this extrusion right here. We will be creating this in a moment, along with everything else. So for step one, we're creating a copy of this document right here. We have to make sure that we're in inches. So here's my document. I'm going to go ahead and make a copy. So my units read that we're in inches, so I'm good to go. Now for step two, we're creating a new part studio and we're calling it shield. So go to this plus sign, create part studio. Let's rename it to read shield. And we're going to go ahead and start a sketch on the top plane. So we're going to create this right here. Notice how these lines are horizontal to the origin. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Hit escape. I'm going to do another line on this side. And these will be symmetrical. And we can also make them equal to each other. I'm going to show all the constraints that are made right here. So we're going to create two splines. So here's the first spline. Make sure you hit escape to get out of the spline feature. So I'm going back to my spline. I'm going to make this point vertical to the origin, and I'm going to connect this over here. So we have quite a bit of relationships to make. So these two right here are going to be equal to each other. They're also going to be symmetrical to each other. Let's work on the bottom ones. So these two right here will be equal to each other. They will also be symmetric to each other about the origin. And they will also be vertical. So this is looking good. We're going to start adding our dimensions. So we'll start off with our max width. Between these 2 points, we have a value of 3. These will be away from each other at a value of 2. I'm going to hide my constraints just to get a better view. This one will have a value of 1.25, but it'll have a specific angle away from this, which will be a value of 60 degrees. And then this will have a value of 2.5, which will affect the other handle. Looks kind of odd, so now we're going to add this other dimension here of 4. And just to verify, 324, 324, and actually this one was 4.5. So just to verify, that's my 4.5. So for step 5, we're going to add some fillets. So go ahead and click on Sketch Fillet. Make sure you click on this line and this horizontal line. And we're adding a value of 0.125. And we just keep clicking, and we will hold on to that value. Do not click the splines, by the way. It won't do anything. And remember to use Control-Z in case you mess up. And just to verify, yep, that's my value, 0.125, 0.125. I'm going to go ahead and accept the sketch. For step 6, we're going to go ahead and create this curve right here underneath the origin. So let's go ahead and add a 3-point arc. Make sure we're going to the front view. So notice I already have my sketch started. And just drop that somewhere. So let's make sure that this is vertical to the origin. I'm going to show my constraints. These 2 points will be symmetric. And I'm going to use the offset feature. So go ahead and click offset. We're going up with a value of 0.125. 0.125. And go ahead and accept. Oops. 0.125. I'm going to add a line between these two, and then another line over here. However, with these 2 lines, let's make sure they're vertical. So the radius for this arc right here is a value of 4, so make sure we include that. Let's bring this back down a little bit, because we have to add a distance of 0.75 between this point and this. So notice the distance between this bottom point right here is 0.75. And then the max width between these two bottom points has a value of 3. And we are good to go. Just verify our values. So let's go ahead and accept the sketch. So this is what we have so far. So now we're extruding sketch number 2. So extrude this sketch, the value of 5. And so it's going to be solid new. And we go ahead and accept. So this is our new part. So we're going to rename it to read shield. Step 8, we're going to use solid intersection. So we're going to extrude again. So I'm going to extrude this. Shift E, intersect. And we're going to do through all. And we merge with the shield, so we're good to go. So go ahead and accept. So now we have our shield. For step 9, we're just shelling the backside. So go ahead and click on shell. Click on this. We're going to have a value of 0.04. And we go ahead and accept. So for step 10, we're going to create a curve using 2 splines. So let's go ahead and go back here. So notice we're on the top plane. And we're doing our sketch on the top plane. So let's go ahead and go over here. Here's my spline. So first point will be vertical to the origin. And then I'm going to add another spline and make it horizontal to this one. And I'll connect it there. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. So these two will be horizontal. Or actually, the splines will be symmetric. Let's start off with that. This is horizontal. This one will have an angle of 85 degrees to this line here. 85 degrees. It'll have a value of 1.75. 1.75. There we go. So it's looking a little bit weird. Let's go ahead and bring that back in. We'll be placing this at a distance of 1.25. This will be at a distance of 1. This will have a length of 0.7. And this will be at a distance from the bottom point of 0.5. And now we're fully defined. This looks good. Let's just recheck our values. So we don't accept the sketch yet. We're going to do a little bit more. So we're going to add an ellipse. So let's go ahead and go to the circle. Click on ellipse. Let's make sure this is vertical. And we'll just create a length like that, or a width. So the height value will be 0.3. And the width will be 0.15. And let's go ahead and accept. All right, so this is what we just created. I'm going to hide the shield just to make sure we see this. Let's look at the shield again. For step 12, we're going to use an extrusion. What we're going to extrude, so let's go and extrude. We're doing this face, remove, through all, and we're good. So go ahead and accept. Now for step 13, we're going to use a curve pattern. So go ahead and click on curve pattern. So this will look different than this screen right here. So just watch closely at what I do. So entities to pattern, we're doing feature pattern. We want to use extrude 3. And the path will be this line over here. So we got to make sure we show sketch 3. So click on both of these. Let's show the shield again. We want an instance count of 13. And notice how this looks a bit odd right here. So we're following the curve, which looks okay, but we need to change the setting to locked. So that's pretty much the keep orientation. And we're good to go. By the way, if you do want to avoid some of these holes, you can skip the instance and just click whatever holes you don't want to add. But we need all of these to get the correct answer. So go ahead and accept. All right, so for step 14, so let's flip this over. Let's go ahead and create another sketch. So now we're on sketch number 4 on the right plane. So what we're going to do is construction and intersect. And we're going to go ahead and choose this right here. So we're going to zoom in, and we're going to create 2 lines. Let's make sure these are actual lines and not construction lines. So notice how it's perpendicular to this right here, to this line. And we're going to add another perpendicular line going below. So the first line will have a value of 0.1. And then this one will have a value of 0.005. And notice the constraints that you have to have this right here. This must be perpendicular to this line, and then this must be perpendicular to that line. It's significant. And go ahead and accept the sketch. For step 15, we're going to go ahead and sweep the drawing that we just made in step 14. So let's go ahead and select our sweep tool. So I have sweep 1. So I'm going back and actually editing this for the video. Make sure that you have that long line and then the short line that we selected or created earlier. So to make this selection really quickly, I'm going to show you. So you're going to right click on this line and select, go to tangent connected edges, and we immediately select all of the edges that we need. We do need to change the none to keep profile orientation to make sure that we have this selected like that. So anyways, make sure you do that. Keep profile orientation and accept. So for step 16, we're going to use the offset feature. So go ahead and select this drop-down menu right here. Select offset surface. Faces we want to offset is what we just created. So select surface 1. And we're going with the value of 0.02, but we're going towards the outside. And then go ahead and click accept. For step 17, we're going to use a split tool. So go ahead and select split, which is located right here. And we're going to select face. Faces to split will be this part right here. So if this isn't working out for you, you need to go back to sweep 1 and make sure you change a setting there that reads keep profile orientation. You have to have that. Entities to split with is surface number 2. We want to get rid of our tools. And then the direction, I don't think we have to worry about that, so just go ahead and accept. And this is what we should see right here, a line that cuts through the middle of the shield. So for step 18, we're going to use a move face feature. So go ahead and click on this icon right here, move face. Select this right here. And notice we are only moving that outer or the inner part of this face that we were working with earlier. We're going to select translate. And the direction will be towards the top plane. It's going to be the opposite direction. So we're going up. We're extending this out with a value of 0.125. And anti-blind, reapply fillet. We're good to go. So go ahead and hit that check mark. For step 19, we're just copying the sketch from the design. So go ahead here, right click and select copy sketch. We're going to step 20. So now we're going to the top view on here and then right click and select paste sketch. So let's go to our top view and here we are. We're going to work with the sketch that we just created. So we're on sketch number 5. So we want to highlight everything right here and then select this drop down menu and select transform. So we're going to lock in this part, this circle to this point here, and then drag it downwards with the box to lock it in place with the origin. And then hit the check mark. That circle was locked in place with the origin. So now we're going to add a distance right here just to verify. So select this origin and then this point right here from the first triangle thingy. And it should have a value of 2.125. Now we're good to go ahead and accept. For step 22, we are going to use a wrap tool. If I can find it, it's been a while. Well, wrap. And tools, we're selecting sketch number 5. Target will be this part right here. And we're going to do solid and remove. And we're going to add a value of 0.02. And we're going to go ahead and accept. So we're almost finished. On step 23, we are going to split this right here. So we're going to use the split tool again. Face will be this one. Entities to split with will be with the right plane. And we keep our tools and surfaces, and we go ahead and accept the direction. Yeah, let's keep this right here and go do that. So for step 24, we're going to go ahead and use this fillet feature right here to round out this edge here. Notice we're going to use a variable fillet, so be careful with that. So fillet, edges to fillet, we'll do that in a little bit. Or actually, let's go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and select this curve right here, select tangent connected edges. So everything should be erroneous at the moment, which is fine. We want radius, curvature, a value of 0.2. And now we're going to fix this up by using variable fillet. So keep in mind, per the instructions, the front vertex is 0.125. So this is the front one right here. And it should have a radius of 0.125. So let's add this vertex right here. And that back one should have a value of 0.05. 0.05. So notice the top one was the front side, and this bottom piece was the back point. So go ahead and accept this. For step 25, we are just replacing the face. So this is just to combine these faces again. We might have a little issue here, so let's see if this happens or not. So replace face, select this one, and then replace faces with that one. Okay, so there might be an issue for you, so if you select one or the other, notice that you might end up with like a missing curve right here, or a missing face. So if that happens to you, just go ahead and select this face, and then select the other face. And this should work out. We want a value of 0, and we're good to go, so go ahead and accept this. So now we have one single face. Now for step 26, we're getting rid of the surfaces. So we're deleting a part, and we're deleting this surface right here, and go ahead and accept. So now notice we have our shield that's completed. So now we're going to check our work. So we are on the final step where we're checking our work. So we're selecting this face right here. Go ahead and click this ruler right here, and that'll show your actual area. Check your work, and you should be good. Anyways, thanks for watching. Stay awesome.